Hello, everyone, and welcome to day two, the magnet frequency to money. And this is really good because day two is really about how do you feel about money? How does it come into your life? How does it go out of your life? But also realizing that who we are today, right? When we want to have more of it and a business and sales and clients and all the rest, it is still attached to the old identity that we need to work on. So, hi guys, I'm Yvonne Purvis, and I've been a coach and mentor and business owner all my life, like in the sense that I have always had my own business. I've been the CEO of my life and my business because I believe that they go together. And one thing that I every time I do lives and I'm coaching and mentoring clients, it's always a good deep reflection on me as well. And today I really want to share and I want to open you up to this expansion of the old way of thinking and rather this way of the frequency of who you are being is how the money is coming in, is where the clients come in. And having downtime is so important than thinking that you need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. All right. So today we were talking about really the frequency and the how you feel about it, like really feel about money. Do you love seeing it? Do you love spending it? Do you love helping others? And how do you feel when money is going out of your bank account? And because when we're not seeing the clients come in, there's an attachment. You're attached to something. You're attached to feeling not worthy. You might be attached to not feeling good enough. You have self-doubt. You have burnout. You're working all the time. Nothing's working. You're tweaking. You're doing this funnel, that funnel. And yet, most of this is you. This is the stuff that no one talks about. And you know, it's funny because I have been doing some free stuff on the side with coaching that I had an open experience with. And this one is also free. And what I always learn when I'm mentoring my clients and then I reflect back on myself is that when I built my first $1 million business, okay, I was already doing this stuff unconsciously. The way I was being, the way I walked, the way I showed up, who I surrounded myself with, the way that I used money, the way that I didn't even think about it. I mean, I never checked my bank account, rarely, unless it was paying bills. But I had an accountant that did most of all that, right? So it was really just, whenever I guess I was doing something personally. But I used my credit cards for most things. I guess we had more cash back then. I must have had cash. It's hard to remember, isn't it? Like we're such a cashless country now, right? Or world, I should say. So money now has a different feeling because we're not using it, because we don't feel it, because we're not actually using it this way. So we can be very detached in a way of our emotions around it and the subconscious around it. There is a fear sometimes that you are not aware of or you're ignoring in that subconscious pattern. Opening up your bank account, seeing whatever it is in your bank account. Does it make you feel happy and joyful and like, ooh, I'm in overflow? Or are you worried about like where the next client is and you've got this bill to pay and that bill to pay? And then your alignment, your stress, your anxiety starts kicking in, and that will block the money flow. Because what you do, you start thinking about it, and what happens when we think about it in a lack? It doesn't come to us. And this is the laws, right? This is all about what we focus on grows. But what we focus on also can go and disappear when you're not clear on what you're thinking about. And the frequency is knowing that you are abundant. You are the wealth. Nothing around you is the wealth. Like, look at your house. I'm very much a minimalist, but the things I have are beautiful. I chose to have just some, those are the things that I remind myself of, you know, my beautiful lounge. And I was, you know, in a position that I let go of all the past, right? So I sold my house because I was in an old identity. It was where I healed. There was all this oldness and I couldn't be me anymore. And I chose me. So I want you to choose you. And really, this is identity work. This is what I did. And this is how I love showing you, because these things weren't easy necessarily, but because I chose me, they were necessary. Okay. So when I chose me, I sold all my furniture, every single thing. I think I had one television and it's already on its way out. I had kept a few things and they all died. Yeah, because I had let go of the fee of the old identity. And that, but what happened was really beautiful, the way that it all came happening. It didn't all happen at once. So eventually I got into my new house and I was settling. And like 3-4 months later, I had to buy a new washer dryer. And then all of a sudden, yeah, then my TV went. And it was like, okay, this is all part of it. And then I got to choose beautiful things that made me feel good. So the wealth isn't even the stuff. I was wealthy and felt this way even in my other home, but it was time for a refresh for the identity to really be her. That is the difference. So my identity wasn't the old furniture. It was this new stuff that was going to be matching the identity. So remember, you know, the millionaire identity, which maybe you haven't heard of because of some of this is in a different platform, but I'm all about creating millionaires, right? And a millionaire is, they act a different way. They use money differently. So when I was in my 20s and had all this money, right? But I didn't ever think about it like it wasn't, I was appreciative. So here's the thing, like I was just appreciative and I used it and I played with it, right? I invested in it. I brought on more employees with it. I went and traveled with it. It was a lifestyle that I created, that I was in flow of circulation of money. So this is where we want to get to, and our business will change because you will change. So the identity work that we did yesterday, that I said we need to look at how we are serving ourselves, how we act. And that's why I moved even here. I wanted to come into a space of luxury, of wealth, because it is around us everywhere. Go to a beautiful hotel, go sit in the foyer, feel the wealth. When I was in London, I mean, I went to Harrods. I mean, the money, the wealth, the millions, right? They go through millions of dollars every day in those stores. They're all luxury brands. I didn't even get into the main store. I didn't know how to. It was almost a little bit, I have to say, it was confronting for a minute. I was like, ooh, all this like, it was, yeah, I had a big reflection. Where I live, it's like a small town. So it's very, what's the word? It's just a beach town. We have beautiful things and restaurants and everything, but you kind of forget what North America and big cities are like. Hence why I went to go away, even though I'm from a big city. When we get complacent where we are in life. And this is where I want you to expand your mind of what you can have. I visualized this house and furniture before I had it. I felt it. I knew it. I chose her. So I want you to choose you now. What would you love? Imagine waking up with paid clients and DMs that I want to work with you. That's the frequency. And it comes from you. It's not outside of you. It's you are the wealth. You are the abundance. The water we drink, going and having a shower, a warm shower, is luxury and abundance. Paying, your water bill or your electricity is an abundance. Thank you so much for my bill. Thank you so much for my water. So when we shift how we look at money, it will shift you. It'll shift your identity, and it'll shift how you look at it and use it in flow. Okay? This is the thing. We want to keep moving it around. And the frequency, even if I was living in a 1-bedroom, the frequency is not where you live, it's who you are. Like when I became that millionaire, I didn't even have my house yet. I was living in a rental property. Okay. And I had an office. I didn't, nothing, it was in me. This is what I'm trying to share with you. It was just all in you, and it's in you now. We're just opening you up to understanding what you see and how you feel around it. So when you go out and you're around people that have money, how does it make you feel? When you go home and maybe your house isn't what you would love, how does that make you feel? The abundance and the money and the flow and the clients are waiting for you, but you need to be matching the frequency of those clients. So when our identity is in an old way of thinking, right? So once again, when I go back and I share about how I had to leave and sell that house, and there was a time when I was writing my book, I pulled a tarot card. And it said the crumble. And the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, am I going to lose my house? That was a sign. I was supposed to start shedding, right? Because crumble means literally the foundation. And I had to let go of the old foundation to rebuild where I am today. And that is not always an easy place to be. But the other side of that, of the polarity of that, is beautiful. Look at Los Angeles with the fires they had. Like that was the complete disaster, right? Oh, it was horrible. Everyone, people lost their homes and everything else, but they're building it up. So they saw the devastation, and now they're seeing the beautiful growth, the community, the people that had put money into Los Angeles to help others and to help get it back on its feet. That is part of life. It's the rhythm. It's the good and the bad. We have to have both. Otherwise, there's nothing to compare it to. So I want you to look at your life right now, and where are you loving every bit of your life? Where are you criticizing it? Where are you not being nice about? Where are you saying something mean or to yourself? Not good enough. Losing your confidence because your business isn't going, looking at your bank account, thinking that is a self-worth. You're looking at it and feeling less worthy of or not enough of because your bank account is going up because your business hasn't taken off. It has nothing to do with that. You're successful now. For starting a business, you are successful. Has nothing to do with the money in your bank. As long as you are moving forward towards it. Sometimes people's success takes a little longer than others. Because at the end of the day, you've got to have eyeballs, right? People to talk to, whoever you're selling to. So there's many, many facets of the frequency and money and clients coming. So today we really want to talk about, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel good about yourself? Do you feel good about yourself every day? Are you feeling drained? Are you feeling exhausted? Are you feeling unworthy? This is what I want you to start focusing on. Because when you start focusing on being present, loving every moment, appreciate and celebrate the baby steps, we can look at our business so small, right? We forget it's a journey. It's a journey. You know, I look back at my business and yes, there's times I go, oh, why hasn't it happened faster? You know, for me to get into the next levels. But I'm reorganizing my foundation at the moment. Our foundation is super important. But I look back and I go, no, Yvonne, look how far you've come. This is what I want you to do is check in with yourselves. But we can't keep doing the same thing if it's not working. That is like the craziness, right? So I want you, because if you're still trying to the hustling and the chasing of clients, oh, gosh, that's exhausting. It is exhausting. That's what I did in 4 years ago when I got a coach. It was building an email list. It was exhausting, chasing clients, doing summits, right? It was so exhausting, such burnout. It took me weeks and I had to recover over Christmas. I took a break to sleep. How fun is that? I mean, Christmas here is the best time of year. And I had no energy, completely burnt out. So what I would love and desire for you is to really take a look at you. How are you operating? How are you receiving? How do you feel joy? When you get into how excited everything is and knowing that the clients are there and they're coming, and it's just time in a sense, but we don't think about time because it doesn't exist. I want you to just be in the moment. Be in the moment of knowing you had a beautiful day. What did you do today? Or whatever you worked on today, you know, did you reach out to a few people? Like, right? There's always these steps that we have to do in business, but the majority of it is you are the attraction point. Your frequency is what attracts. And yes, it does. That's where the clients DM you out of nowhere. That's where the sales come in out of nowhere. And you can do this. And it doesn't take, you know, believe it or not, this is the stuff that people will not do because it feels irrelevant. It feels like I don't understand why I have to do this. Why should I visualize? Why should I see myself looking at the money in the bank and all of it's there and these clients that I'm speaking to, like, you know, and I think to myself, well, why wouldn't you? Why would you not? Visionaries, right? CEO, when I had running my business, I was absolutely running it as a CEO, knowing, had the certainty, was always had huge clients following me, right? It was just expected. And that is the choice that you need to come into that flow of expectation to know that the clients are there. You got to create that demand. And the demand is the visualizing. Like, just start thinking about how fun would that be? How amazing would it be waking up to clients and people in your DMs saying, you know, can you tell me more about this? Can you tell me more about that? You are the leader in your business. You are the CEO of your business. It doesn't matter if it's you. It's a decision to show up like a business owner. So why not go for the top? Be a CEO. Let's start with that one difference. That how does that make you feel? And think about yourself. Oh, if you were a CEO, what would you do differently? You would run a business very differently, wouldn't you? You wouldn't be in hustle. You wouldn't be in grind. You wouldn't be burnout. You'd run it very, you know, of course, there's always things that we need to do, right? Deadlines and all the rest. That's normal. But would you be like showing up with mood and swings and going into your office saying, I don't want to go and do this today? If the money was all in the bank, how would you feel? You'd be pretty excited. You'd be getting on these calls and going, okay, I'm showing up today, right? Whatever you signed up for to get to that next level, you'd be super excited because you're like, yeah, I'm ready. Okay, what do I need to know? And that's what I want from you today. Okay, let's get that energy up and say, oh my God, maybe this is it. You came here. There's no accidents in life. You found me for a reason. It's not an accident. There's something inside you that wants more, and you deserve more. You just have to be more. Not about more working, more long hours. There are things we, like seriously, I really want to be present with you. Like my to-do list is, yes, I have lots on my to-do list at the moment. I've got many, many opportunities and things that I am creating in my business. But I'm moving towards all those opportunities with my CEO hat on, running my successful multi-million-dollar business. So how do you run and show up for yours? That is the identity with frequency. When you get these two together, that's where the clients and the money come. So write down today, what is it that's holding you back? What is the fear? How do you look at money? Does it scare you? Do you worry about it? Are you sleeping at night worrying about it? Right? Undercharging out of fear of raising your prices. You make sales and then all of a sudden, you see them disappear again. Continuing wondering where the overflow is, right? Never feels sustainable. I remember that feeling. I was there too. But you're not broken. You're just not sure you don't know how to feel safe with money and the influx of it, right? You think that you're wanting to hold on to it, but that's not how it works. Money is energy, just like you are. It moves with us. Think about like our blood, right? Our blood is moving all the time in us. The ocean is moving. I look at the ocean, money is like water. Imagine turning on a tap, and the tap is the water. The tap, I should say, is the money flow. You just got to turn the tap on to have the overflow. Oh, I got goosebumps by saying that. So when your nervous system is in this not feeling very good, that is your body in fear, feeling pressure, and even survival. And I have been there, so I understand. So how can you hold abundance when you're feeling so much fear in your life? Because you're going to repel it. You're going to sabotage those sales, those clients, everything with that energy. And you can't fake it. I tried. So the shift really is, I want the shift today, the homework today, the work on yourself is a new frequency. Think about all the beautiful things already in your life. Go and touch them. I used to kiss my coffee machine. I would be so grateful every time I got in my car when I was in my worst spot ever a couple of years ago. I had $715 in my bank account. So I was saying all these things in my life. I was a mess of money. I had an old program that was never mine, was my ex, that I didn't realize I had become just like it. So I had to really work hard to get that out and remove those thoughts, remove those ceilings. And then I saw the abundance that I had, and I thought, what is the worst case scenario? We can always make money. But I know when we're in a deep down spiral, it doesn't feel like we can, but I want you to know you can. And this is where it's waking up to the abundance that you already have, right? Money feels like a natural extension of who you are. When you are loving and being in service, doesn't that feel good? So you want to feel grounded in yourself, the powerful you, with certainty. So how would you feel with $10,000 coming in this month? How would you feel with $20,000 coming in this month. I know we're getting to the end of the month, but you know what? One shift of energy can shift a lot. It's about this is the trusting your field, right? To hold wealth. Trusting it that it's always there for you. Always, always, always. It is there for you. So let's turn money into something that feels so safe and sacred and steady. So think about things that you can say to yourself, that money is always here for me. Money is always supporting me. Thank you for all the money in my bank account. I am so blessed for you, but I'd love some more. Thankful for your house. Thank you for my hot shower today. Gratitude is the abundance. So shift that energy. Really look at where you are right now. Write out what things you've not said. And I want you to journal out all the things that worry you about money. Everything that you worry about, the client's not showing up, how you feel, and I want you to burn it. Go tonight and burn that. And then I want you to write a new story of who you are. I am powerful. I am successful. Money loves me. But when you do that, you have to feel it. You can't just say it. So if that one doesn't serve you now, don't say it. Say how grateful you are for what you have. And I'm open for more. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all that I have. Everything always works out for me. And start shifting that day by day, and you watch what happens in your life. It will shift. And this is where the explosive and the expansion of you and your wealth consciousness is out in the ether. And that frequency will be the attractive point, the attraction to the money, the clients, the sales, and everything you're desiring. You have to do the work. Okay? So focus on your thoughts. In closing for today's, focus on your thoughts. Focus on how you feel when you're spending money, when you're seeing money. Go take some money out in the bank. If you don't carry it in your bag, in your purse, because we're so easy to use cards, aren't we? Get some money. Start using your money. Start feeling it. Start testing and having fun. Ooh, I'm going to pay for this today. Thank you so much. Love it. Appreciate it. And appreciate everything in your life. And you watch. There will be a shift. It's inevitable. You can't be grateful for everything you have and think life's going to stay the same. But the expectations of seeing it now, you've got to let go of the expectations that way. Of course, expect it, but it'll show up when it's going to show up. When you match the frequency that you are calling in, it's just going to go boom, boom, boom. And you'll probably see signs before it's coming. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. And don't forget, if you're watching the replay, I will see you tomorrow. I'm grateful for you as well. And so much more abundance. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you being here with me today. Have a beautiful day.